Hey, welcome to Kaspa Daily Pulse. Here's what the Kaspa community's been buzzing about today. So, the biggest vibe check today was pretty obvious. Sentiment is still split between doom posting and stubborn conviction. On one side, people were throwing out brutal lines like Kaspa going to 3 cents a pop, then 2 cents, then even 1 cent Thune. Yeah, the bears were definitely having fun. But the interesting part is that even with all that negativity, a bunch of holders were basically saying they're not going anywhere. Some said they're still buying more every week. Others said they won't sell at cuck prices, and a few were already talking about waiting for much bigger targets down the line. So the mood today wasn't clean panic. It was more like pain, jokes, and stubborn holding all mixed together. The second big theme was self-custody. And honestly, this one felt way more serious. There was a long back and forth around one holder keeping about 30,000 KAS on an exchange and being scared to move it. That sparked a ton of replies, telling him to stop waiting and get his coins into a personal wallet already. People were warning that exchanges could freeze accounts or steal funds, and one person even laid out the step-by-step. Install a wallet, back up the seed phrase on paper, send a small test amount, then move the rest. That was probably the most practical conversation of the day, and it really showed that trust in exchanges is looking pretty shaky in this crowd. Third thing, there was some concern around network activity. One person straight up asked what was going on with the mempool and why someone was sending all these transactions while paying a fortune in fees. Nobody really gave a clear answer in the chat we saw, so this wasn't a resolved story, but it definitely caught attention. When people start asking about weird mempool behavior, you know it's something the community is watching closely. And last one, there was a small but notable sentiment shift around visibility. Someone mentioned seeing random people on crypto Reddit talking about Kaspa, which stood out because the feeling was that outsiders used to just hate on it. Even there, the replies were mixed. Some said the broader crowd still hates Kaspa, while others argued people are warming up now because the current price feels like a fairer entry. So, not a full narrative flip, but definitely a sign that Kaspa is getting talked about outside its usual bubble. That's it for today's Pulse. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Catch you then.